All right, now we're gonna talk about converting SACE to ATAR, which is very important. A lot of parents and students wants to know this.
The main thing that you have to remember here is that it's at least 3 of the subjects must be taken in totality, so their full 20 points is counted. The other 2, you can make a mix of 30% of the remaining score, but the most successful students, if you're going for those higher echelon degrees, you're really looking at your 4 subjects that you'll be getting 20 credits for. And that 10 credits can be, now that can come about in different ways, but the most common way, and I'm speaking to, I believe the majority of our audience are going for medicine, law, engineering. We're not looking for lower level degrees. So we'd be looking at research projects to make up your other 10.
Okay.
There are other easier options to make up your other 10, but again, you risk being scaled down. Yeah, we have student subjects and raw scores. So this is a point of confusion for students as well. So for example, looking at specialist math, out of the 20 credits, the raw score was 85. Once it was scaled, it was moved to 95. So your raw score is not your final score. That will be adjusted through scaling or other factors. In this example, math methods and spec math were both scaled up. And likewise with physics and chemistry, they're advanced projects. The research project, the score was 90, but we're only needing half credits for this. So the scaled score for this was 40.5. Only because we cut that score in half. So you get your total scaled score out of 400. And this would be, what must be remembered is that is not your ATAR ranking. That is your score. That will then be taken and ranked against every student across the state to calculate your ATAR from that. But as far as achieving your score, it's 4 subjects, and then most commonly with the students that we deal with here is the research project for the final 10 credits.
So, for example, someone did exactly same subject and exactly same scores, 397.5.
Yes.
But this year's ATAR rank can be different to next year's, even though everything else was same.
Exactly. So in the worst case scenario, every other student in South Australia scored a perfect 400. Then if this was Emily's score, for example, our fictitious Emily, then she would find herself at the bottom of the rankings because everybody else scored 400.
Ah, okay.
But then again, if Emily scored 100 and everybody else scored a disastrous 10, she would find herself at the top of the rankings.
Okay, so it's not a score, it's the rank.
It's the rank.
Okay.
Yeah. But what I tell students, and I hope parents listen to this too, students should not be concerned with any of this while they're studying year 12. Just head down, get the highest scores possible. And if you achieve the highest scores possible, this will take care of it. Its ranking will take care of itself.
Okay. This is something I put it in, but it's not something really important. ATAR is needed to apply to university. Yes, absolutely. Is there any other way of getting into university rather than ATAR?
Yeah, there are other pathways. Recognized study, and a lot of those pathways are applying applied more to adult students. Recognition of work they've done. Students can do foundation courses, though. If students don't fail to get into university through the ATAR means, then you can do approach the university you're interested in and talk to them, and they'll suggest foundation study or other pathways. There have been students I know who've entered medicine through entering another degree. They didn't quite get into medicine, so they entered through another degree like law or pharmacy even, and then after 2 years of study, undergraduate study, they were then able to transfer their studies over to medicine.
And there are a small number of students doing year 13 as well.
Yeah, 13. Year 13 is an option. I have, there are students. This most happens to students who've accelerated. They do 1 or 2 subjects a bit early, so they've spread their year 12 out. I have one student who I don't know if he's watching tonight, but he did 3 year 12 subjects this year. He's doing 3 more next year. because he's not really sure what he wants to do.
Yeah.
So he's covering all of his bases. And, there's always, that's what I say to the students, if it's all gone terribly wrong for some reason, you can look at a year 13. Yeah. It's only 1 year.
And you can mix and match your scores, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look, here is some slide that I prepared, but we are not going to go through this. But if you like to get a copy of this PDF file, we are more than welcome to share it with you. So just call us or email us. We'll share with you. It's just a list of the schools and some bonus points that some university offers, like subject-based bonus, but it's already part of the scaling. So we have covered this one already. There are some other bonuses that students can get, but I don't think none of these will apply to pre-uni kids.
Yeah, I mean, look, these are good. They're worth knowing. Things can happen. Personal circumstances for people can change. But again, what I always say to students is, especially at the start, let's not worry about bonus points. And particularly in this realm, if for some reason something did change in someone's personal circumstances, there are ways you can have those accounted for in your scores. When it comes to the different universities, yes, there are some differences between universities in the state. A lot of them will require English if you want to go into medicine, whereas South Australia doesn't. So you need to, we always suggest to families and students, once you're aware which university it is that you are aiming to enroll in, contact the university. Actually make contact with them and ask them exactly what's required, and they'll give you by far the greatest guidance.